So, for today's episode, I wanted to share an interest of mine. It is caffeine. I'm not addicted. Alright, I'm just a barista, okay? And I wanted to show the science behind caffeine and how it works. So, what you've got is a chemical in your brain that is called adenosine. For this, we're just going to call it sleep dust. Alright, you got it? With me? Are you with me? Yeah, okay, cool. So, as the day goes on and you get tired, sleepy dust starts to get into your brain receptors. And when it enters the receptor, that makes you sleepy. Of course, that's what the name sleepy dust. Anyway, so what caffeine does is blocks the sleepy dust from being able to get into the receptors, which makes you stay awake. It doesn't make you feel energized per se, it just makes you feel not sleepy. If that, I don't know if that makes sense to you or not, but yeah. So what you're doing is when you're consuming caffeine, you're constantly blocking the sleepy dust, and it's building up, which is also why your tolerance towards caffeine is going to decline over time, because your brain keeps making brain receptors for the sleepy dust, so that way it can actually get to sleep and get the 8 hours it needs. 8 hours. And then, you're just having 8 cups of coffee just to stay awake. And here's the withdrawal symptoms, right? So once you start to cut coffee out, like caffeine, you have so many receptors in your brain. So let's say you originally started out with 2, right? But after drinking so much caffeine, you've got 10, right? And that's not normal. Well, it might be, but yeah. Alright, so in this case, you've got 10 receptors that have all been just filling up with caffeine instead of sleepy dust. And so when the caffeine runs out, and when you stop drinking caffeine, the sleepy dust goes towards the receptors. But there's too many receptors for sleepy dust. So, because it's used at 2 or 3. Again, just in this Alright, so essentially the sleepy dust has to work overtime, and well, everyone knows that working overtime is just bad because it makes you feel tired, gives you headaches, and guess what? That's what happens too. Withdrawals. You now know withdrawal symptoms for basically anything. You can put that process within anything you want, like alcohol. You can say that there's the receptors for thinking smart, and there's the alcohol. Alcohol stops the thinking smart, and stop having it makes you lash out at people because you miss your happy juice. Thank you for tuning in with Learning with Cam.